Beetlejuice goes over her story a lot and how she meets the demon Beetlejuice and how they work together.
Careful not to say it a third time. Oh, my God.
Could have got ugly in here. Welcome to Steps to the Stage Drama Department, a 7th Street Theater podcast featuring local area Inland Empire Schools Drama Department. Welcome to Steps to the Stage. My name's Kirk Lane. I'll be your host today, and we are talking to the theater professionals that you know and love. Today we are having one of our drama department episodes, and we're really excited to come to another local Inland Empire high school, Don Lugo, based in Chino. And we love this school for many reasons, not just the fact that my wife graduated here, but we have many people that have attended this school and are attending the school that come to the 7th Street Theater and apply their trade beyond the high school stage onto the community theater. And so we are very thankful that they reached out and asked if we could come by and have a discussion. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. And today we are joined by Candida, the director. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes.
All
perfect.
right. And then we are here with Andrea, who we all know because she has actually been a guest on the show when she was directing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And she's also been in a number of different productions that we've had at our theater. So we're really excited that she is here joining us today to speak with the group. And she is the VAPA specialist. And we'll learn more about that in a little bit. Yes. We also have with us Bella, who is a theater co-president. Is that correct?
I'm the president.
Oh, you are the president. So we have been having this discussion, everyone, before, and it's been very lively. I'm just going to say that. So Jesse, who is our lead in Beetlejuice, who did tell me he was the co-president, but obviously he's just pulling my leg. So, and Jesse's here.
No, okay, hold on. No, I'm the theater president. He is my vice president.
See, sometimes you just gotta, sometimes if you just ask the question, then you get the answers that you like. So, well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day. I know you've got a pretty big production coming up in a couple of weeks, and I want to hear all about it. But what we like to do here on Steps to the Stage, especially in the drama department episodes, is we want to learn about Don Lugo Theater Company. So, Candida, the microphone is yours.
All right. Well, we're just in our 4th year. Oh, gosh. No ums. So
you can all you want. I can edit the out of this thing.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we didn't have a theater department. They had a drama department, but they weren't doing musicals and things. There was a vision that our current principal has, Dr. Wong, and he felt that there was a need, and there were children who needed this kind of outlet. And once the
you will get no argument from us on that.
Yes. Well, once the other teacher left, he found out that I was a performer. I've been performing most of my life, and I do a lot of theater, local theater, and done theater pretty much all over. And once he found that out, and I happen to have a credential that I can teach it with, I was naturally the person who was going to fill those shoes. So his vision was to have a straight play in the fall and a musical in the spring, and that's what we've been doing the last 4 years. Thankfully, I had people like Andrea to come on, and she volunteered her time, worked so hard to help me with choreography and anything else that I needed these past 4 years. But fortunately, we've been able to hire her as our VAPA specialist, so I know you'll get into that later. But that's how our theater company started here. And we've been going strong ever since. Starting next year, we have doubled our in size in just 4 years, that we get to have our beginning theater class and our advanced theater class next year.
That is wonderful. And because I've had the opportunity to interact with a couple other schools and that have been doing it for a long time. And in some cases, they have 6 different classes, right? Where they're breaking it down by not only, experience, but what is it you're specifically going after. But I love the fact that the story that you told, that it had been here before, and I think we'll hear a little bit about it when Andrea was here as a student, but that it is needed. It is so needed, especially in this time of our lives where we need those vehicles and that opportunity to express ourselves. And this is such an important development part of our lives, right? For these two wonderful young individuals next to us. And you're going to make memories and you're going to learn things that you have and you take with you the rest of your life. And if it can be theater and drama, then even better, because there's so many things that this can prepare you for in life. So thank you so much for, we'll say, stepping up to the plate, whether you were voluntold or not, that it sounds like you have a great background doing that and that you can bring an expertise to it and guide these individuals that are looking to express themselves on stage. So we thank you and we applaud you for that, and standing ovation from steps to the stage.
Thank you so much.
We're going to move over to Andrea. And again, we have familiarity because she's been on our program before when she's directed programs on 7th Street or musicals on 7th Street. And she's performed and she's been involved in our Bernies and been involved in our season reveals. And so she's someone that we definitely know and love, but glad that she is here again, plying that trade in our local high schools. So give us a little bit about your history here specifically, and then coming here after you've graduated and now being a part of it. And I want to learn more about VAPA because I'll be very honest, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah. So yes, I was a student here between 2016 and 2020. I officially joined the theater department my sophomore year in 2017. And yeah, it was really, I think it was a great department for me at the time, especially because I was coming into theater. I had done performances, but I never really done like specific theater, like plays and things like that. So it was really fun and interesting because that really got me into the groove of theater and what it is, and really made me fall in love with it. I think it was a great stepping stone where it was and the kind of foundation it built for the students and actors of the time, and what it transitioned to, especially like Miss Celaya was mentioning, kind of the shift in vision and more of a solid foundation to actually build these actors to be ready to go into the professional world after high school, so should they choose. So yeah, during that time, right before Miss Celaya came in, the prior theater teacher, she had asked me to come back and assistant direct their showcase and actually write and direct a scene. And it was in that process that really opened my eyes, that made me fall in love with teaching theater. So that's where my journey shifted. So when I learned that she was leaving, there was going to be a new theater teacher, I was a little panicky because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to meet someone new. But thankfully, because my mom is a teacher here, she was able to introduce me to Miss Celaya. And I just introduced myself, said, this is what I did, this is what I can do, if there's anything I can do to like help, because I wanted some experience for the backstage stuff so I could hopefully do it as a career.
Yeah.
And thankfully, she liked what I could do and what I did. And I'm still here 4 years later with them.
That is fantastic. That is just, my professional career, I'm a producer, right, for event technology, and I'm lucky enough I get to travel around. I'm also a musician. And I just want to speak specifically to whether it's theater that you want to get into, there's so much more that you can do having that theater background. I run into people all across the country, right? They might be a singer in a very popular band, and then you look at their bio and they say they started in theater, right? And they gain that confidence on stage, or maybe they learned voice. Maybe they had a vocal teacher that helped them. In my industry in particular, we were having a great conversation as we were setting up all these mics with some of the other members of the troupe that were maybe helping with your tech, right? That is a career that I can say that you can get out there and do a lot with. But then on top of that, because theater has really come to the forefront, right? Like, there was a time when I grew up, I might be a little bit older than people here, that it wasn't necessarily looked at in a very positive manner or positive light. But now we can literally, we can look at Hamilton, right? We could look at some of Wicked. We could look at some of these productions that are out there. And then we're starting to see it on TV as well, right? Glee and some of the other programs where it's coming to the forefront and there's a real value to it. And I think that value comes from people like Andreas that has been involved and comes and gives back to the community. So I just wanted to say that and thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear that. We're going to move over here to Bella, who is our one and only president, not co-president, but has a vice president that is a little cheeky if we haven't figured this out yet.
He figured you out for 2 sentences.
Right.
But Bella, we'd love to hear about your theater journey up to this point.
Okay. Well, I started when I think I was 10. I started in theater, but I started with musical theater dance when I was 6. So I've been experimenting in different types of theater since I was very young. And musical theater dance was it was fun, but it wasn't where my heart was at, so I quit for a little bit.
You took a pause.
I took a pause.
Say quit because you're back, so you just took a pause.
And so, and then I went to a performing arts school called the School of Arts and Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the best experience there.
Okay.
It was a somewhat, I would say, can I say, it was a toxic environment.
Okay.
And so, I was there for since my 6th grade year.
Okay.
And I experimented a little bit in 5th grade with that school during the summer. And when I started there, I met a teacher named Emmanuel Marquez, and he used to work for Disney on Broadway and a bunch of different types of like recruitment companies. Like he worked with
recruitment into the arts or recruitment in a corporate sense or whatnot.
Like into the arts, but like with big companies like Netflix and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And he worked with
almost like a talent scout, it sounds like.
Yeah, like a talent scout. And I'm forgetting his name. It was he plays Lucas Sinclair in Stranger Things.
Caleb McLaughlin.
Yeah. So Caleb McLaughlin.
You want to think about that for a second? Or
Guys, I love Stranger Things.
So do I.
That was great.
Okay, so Caleb McLaughlin and my previous theater teacher, he was his student, and kind of like he was Mr. Marquez was his mentor, and so he got him as little Simba in The Lion King on Broadway.
Oh, wow.
And then he got him into Stranger Things. That's
great.
So then when I was in middle school, he was invited to the premieres. He was invited to the premieres for Stranger Things. I think it was at the time, like season 3 or something, season 4, where he was invited to the premieres and he would tell us about Caleb and how he was. And that really inspired me to keep going because I was like, oh, my theater teacher has worked with professionals.
Yeah.
So professionals. So I was like, okay. And I continued to do that. But I thought that I wasn't very good at plain acting, so I went more into vocal music and musical theater music.
Yeah.
So I sang mostly, and that's kind of where my heart was for, I would say, maybe 3 years. And I had a couple vocal coaches that I worked with consistently for that 3 years, and then I left that school and came here, and I met Miss Celaya, and I met her because our principal, Dr. Wong, he found me in the hallway lost, and he said, oh, where are you going to? And I was like, oh, theater, do you know where that is? Because I didn't know he was the principal at the time. I was also like, who are you?
So blunt.
And he was like, oh, I'm the principal. And he's British, so he was like
Ew,
British
I'm
talking.
the principal.
Ew, I'm the principal. Yeah. I was
We
like,
love Dr. Wong here. by
we
the way.
love Dr. Wong. He's like one of my favorite people here. And
I definitely
so,
feel the love. And
Yes.
I love that he was looking and saw somebody lost and
Yes.
and obviously
He's-
helps you get found, we'll say.
he's so helpful all the time, and he has the best personality. Like, I don't know, some people talk about British people like they're mean, but
He's not mean.
Dr. Wong is like
Absolutely not.
one of
Just
the
confident, we'll
he's-
say that.
Sweet guy.
He
Sweet
loves
guy.
the
he's the most like sweetest man ever. So it's like, oh, that's not what I was told. Sorry. Okay.
So you're here at Don Lugo, and
British
you're part of the theater program.
Yeah.
And obviously you're doing well because you are the president.
Yeah.
So you've obviously exhibited some leadership, and that's fantastic. And it sounds like you've
Mm-hmm.
got a great background in it. And I love that you told the story about there is a connection when there is someone, we'll say famous, that you either know or you've met or you have a connection with through another mentor or teacher. And it's inspiring, right? Because sometimes we see it on our phones, we see it on the screen, we go to the theater, and you're just like, I don't know if that's obtainable or not. Right. But then we just realize those are people just like you and I, right? They put their shoes on every morning and decide where they're going to walk and do what they do. And they fall in love with something and they dedicate themselves to it. And, sometimes there's a little luck involved, but a lot of it is just that persistence. So, well, that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that with us. And we'll get a little bit more into specifically here. But I want to move over to Jesse, and I want to hear a little bit about your story as well up to this point.
Well, I really started theater when I was in second grade.
Okay.
I did. It was a really small role. It was a duckling in Charlotte's Web, and literally all I had
No
to do,
small roles. No small roles.
and all I had to do was walk across the stage and went like a duck, and
Walking and talking like a duck or doing anything like a duck is very difficult. So don't sell yourself short there, Jesse.
no, and then
I'm sure you did an amazing job.
And then I always wanted to get into like acting and stuff. When I was like 8, my mom tried to put me in commercials and stuff, but didn't get them. And
That's a part of the process.
And that's a problem. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And sophomore year of high school, I just had moved over here to Chino from La Habra.
Okay.
And
Hey, Whittier.
oh yeah.
Not far away.
represent.
And it was the middle of the year. Don Lugo Theater Company had already done their winter play, and it was late February, early March. And then Bella, really spookily, she comes up to me, and when I was reading Shakespeare in front of the class, she comes up to me and whispers behind my ear, "You should join theater." And
Subtle.
yeah, yeah, very subtle.
Subtle.
And oh yeah. And
Are you the same grade? Are you both?
yeah, we're both juniors.
Juniors. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then I joined their musical, which was Guys and Dolls Jr.
Okay.
And it was really cool. At first, I got the role of Harry the Horse, and it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. And then one day, Miss Celaya, she comes up to me, and she scares me also. A lot of scary.
You're gonna work on your fear. Okay.
And I was getting ready for not auditions, but rehearsal. And then she says, "Jesse, come here real quick." And then she puts me into that lead role of Nathan Detroit in that musical. And I was shocked. And
Yeah, but
So
tell
from-
how long you had to learn that role.
I had like about 3 or 2 weeks.
You had 2 weeks.
I had 2 weeks to learn the lines and everything like that. And I did it. I did it.
Very,
See?
very well.
Had you
Yes.
not learned how to waddle like a duck,
Yes.
Yeah.
there's no
and,
way you would have had the skills to learn those lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back to what I was saying. She points at me. I'm sorry. That was sounded rude. Yeah. So Miss Celaya, she
We're
points at
friends
me,
here.
and then she does like
Even
a
though
finger
you're
wave.
cheeky and you were pulling my leg earlier, you just understand I can give it right back.
Oh,
so.
yes, he will.
Sorry, continue.
Miss Celaya, she points at me and she finger waves over to me. She's like, Jesse, come here. And she says, we need you to read for Nathan Detroit. And I was like, are you sure? Me? What about the other guy? And she's like, what other guy?
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, that sounds like a little bit of confidence from a leader to you. And obviously, when someone approaches you in that manner, that they've seen something or felt something or just have that feeling and know. And so
Yeah.
I'm thank you for being brave enough to share that, because sometimes that's something that you wouldn't want to share. So,
Yeah.
but I'm glad to hear. And then you took that role and
then,
here we are.
Yeah. And then I joined theater the next year.
And now
He's
here you
killing
are.
it.
And now here you are, the lead in our upcoming production of Beetlejuice, correct?
Yep.
And if I remember, you guys do 2 productions a year. Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
We do a straight play in the fall and then
Okay.
a musical in the spring.
And then why don't you tell us a little bit about that selection process? How does that work for you? Because it's different from school to school to school. So we'd love to hear how that happens here.
Well, a lot of times I try to get the kids in the classes their input, and I'll show them different ideas that I have, see which one seems to go over best. And then ultimately, though, I just say, this is the one I want to do.
Yeah.
So, but I do try to get their input.
It's important to get
yes.
that feedback and
Get a feel for what
Yeah.
they might want to do.
yeah.
But I also have to go with something inside of me something I could direct, because as a performer, this is a position I never wanted to be in.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to know what goes on backstage except hit my mark and go off. I
Make
want
sure everything
yes.
is
Everybody
we can
gets
hear
it set up
see
for
it,
me.
and
Yes. So I need to be able to feel something in
Yeah.
that script that speaks to me. And I have ideas. I'll run them by Andrea. In the last 4 years since she's been here, I mean, I really thank God that she's here, because she has been a right hand to me. And from the time that she was 19 years old, coming and just, my name's Andrea, and I will help you in any way. And so I put her to work, and her work ethic was, it's incredible. And so when we had this money, the Prop 28, and so VAPA is the Visual Arts Performing Arts
Thank you
Specialist.
so much.
That's what that stands for. And when we were able to have some funds, I said, you need to get paid
Yeah.
for what you do, because everything she did, I could not believe that this kid would do this for free, the hours and the time spent. So it's been really wonderful to have her. And so a lot of things I go over with her. I'll
Yeah.
ask her, what do you think about this? Because ultimately I am prepping her to take over my spot when I retire in a few years. And that is the idea.
that's pay it forward, as it were.
Yes, but she's so wonderful,
Yeah.
and her relationship with the children is great too.
As I said earlier, you won't get an argument out of us, because
Yes.
I've seen her perform since she was a wee lass,
Aw.
moving up with my kids as well, and
So cute.
they've done a number of different productions together, and we get to see it on our stage all the time. And for me, on a variety of different levels, just being a theater guy and everything else, but being a father and being around a lot of these what were kids that are now adults, and see them take on teaching roles and go and get further education and move on and do this professionally. It's very inspiring. And one of the reasons why we have this podcast, because we want the platform for these young actors and these young people, and for those that have been doing it for a little bit, to be able to talk about how it's impacted their lives and everyone around them, right? Because programs like this enrich everyone, right? It sounds like you have an amazing principal,
Oh, yes.
British otherwise that supports the program and supports the arts, and that's huge. That is so important, right? And especially in this day and age, right, when sports tends to get the money.
Yes.
We'll just say that. If we can find a way to get money into the arts, then we give a whole nother group of the student population to be able to experience something that may become their life. This may be what they do. So we love hearing that. And I love that you share that you do work together, because it takes a village with most things, but especially in theater. And especially in a situation when you're in a school and you have limited funds and you have limited resources, and you really have to have everyone around that can help out. So.
Absolutely, because I don't only just teach theater. I have other classes that are not theater that I have to teach. So I have 4 of other things.
Yeah.
And 1 of theater. So I have to, I need help.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, when we first did it, it was just me and trying to figure out how to do a theater. How do I run a theater company? And
because you have to get the rights, you have to get the scripts, you have to get the, and then let's talk about, we've got to cast, we've got to get costumes, we've got to get set pieces, there's a few things going on.
Yes.
We got to advertise.
Yes. I didn't even think about, just like I said, being a performer. All I do is show up and stand on that tape, and that's where I need to be and leave. So it was really eye-opening to me, all of the things that I had to do, from, creating just a program, the playbill, that takes hours.
Yeah.
And getting the kids to write their bios.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, that's like pulling teeth. But then this year is one
the
of
looks on the two of the kids. Everyone, we're an audio forward podcast, so you don't get to see all this, but it's wonderful.
Well, Jesse will love his bio that I had to write for him for.
That's not
He
true.
adores
That's
it.
not true.
When that didn't get
I wrote it
in
myself.
on
I wrote it
time.
myself. That's not true.
No, I thanked myself a lot.
We'll call it a collaboration and move on.
There we go.
Yeah, it takes so many different people, and it takes dedicated people, but it takes people that are passionate, and it goes from the director on down. So I want to hear more about your upcoming production, Beetlejuice. And is it Beetlejuice Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then give us your performance dates.
April 23rd, 24th, and 25th at 6:30 p.m. in the Don Lugo NPR.
And just in case people were wondering how to get tickets, how would they do that?
GoFan.com.
Okay. And is that through your through the school's website, or do you have a separate link set up for the department here?
You can do both. You can go to the Don Lugo website, or you can just go to GoFan.com and then you put in Don Lugo High School.
Make sure you put in Don Antonio Lugo, or it doesn't show up.
Oh,
I'd also like to mention a little social media shout out. Follow us on social media, Instagram, DLHS _ wait, what is it?
And this is Instagram?
I think it's Don Lugo High _ Theater Company.
Yeah.
I think I just looked
because we also have a link in our bio. So
and we'll put a link in the show notes as well. So we'll make that even easier. But yeah, it's really important, everyone that's out there. We'll actually use this time to just say that social media following and commenting and interacting and liking, it helps out more than you know, because it gives you the exposure that you need. So all of these wonderful places that we go to, and we leave links in our bios, please follow them, follow us. And hey, we'll do a shout out for Steps to the Stage. If you like what you're hearing, please rate us on whether you listen to it on Spotify or Apple. Please rate us, and reviews are fantastic. And if you'd like to go onto our Facebook page and leave a review, that's also very helpful. So that's something different that we didn't necessarily have in the time that I was growing up, handing out flyers outside of shows and putting up posters, and the fact that you could reach such a wide swath of people. So we do ask our listeners all the time to make sure and support not only the theaters that we go to, but ourselves and the other productions that are going on across anywhere, wherever you're at. It doesn't matter what city you're in. And hey, if you don't have a theater program in the city that you're in, start one and give us a call, and we'd love to do an interview with you. So back to Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice Jr. So Bella, how are you involved in Beetlejuice Jr.?
Okay, well, I play Lydia Dietz. She is the second main role, and she is a depressed teenager who is very gothic and strange and unusual, and I love her. She's great. And she becomes obsessed with the idea of finding her mother after she passed away. So, Beetlejuice goes over her story a lot and how she meets the demon Beetlejuice and how they work together.
Careful not to say it a third time. Oh my God.
Could have got ugly in here. So is this the first time you've been in a production of Beetlejuice Jr.? Have you done that in any other theater before?
I've never done Beetlejuice before, but I have done a lot of music from Beetlejuice for
okay.
performances.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the process for you is going great. Is it a character you relate to? And are you finding that the nonverbal stuff that's going on is, again, I don't know if I want to go back to video or not. We have these wonderful moments like this. So do you find that you were impacted, influenced, or otherwise by the fact that there are several different, movies to watch and there's productions out there? Or what's your relationship with that content?
Well, going back to the first question with Lydia and relating to her, yeah, I relate to her a lot, and she's made me see myself more because she lost somebody that was like her whole world, and so did I. And so becoming Lydia, method acting into Lydia has made me understand how I felt a little bit more when I lost that person. And then seeing other people's renditions of Lydia online and seeing the movie and the differences between the show, the musical theater production and the movie itself has made me understand what it feels like for multiple different people, because everybody finds Lydia in a different way. Like some people find her as, oh, I lost somebody too. And that's what they take from her, and that's how they...
Bella, I think that's absolutely amazing. One, thank you for having the courage to share that with us, right? And again, it's just, to me, that is another benefit of theater, right? That you could take this situation that you've gone through in real life, relate it to this character that you're playing, and you're learning off of each other, it sounds like. And I love that. But I especially love the courage that you had to be able to share that, because I think that's important for people that are listening, that there's a lot of courage that you have to dig deep getting on a stage. It doesn't matter where it's at. And you're putting yourself out there in a manner that it can be uncomfortable sometimes. So it's important that you know the role and that you feel the role, because our audiences, they can feel it, they can sense it, they know it. So if they can feel that embodiment in how you are presenting the character, then I think they buy into the story a lot more. So that was lovely, and again, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Jesse, I want to hear more about you and Beetlejuice. I'm just going to say, just meeting you, pretty good casting. Pretty good casting. I mean,
High five.
But to you, Jesse.
Growing up, my father loved Michael Keaton and, his movies and Tim Burton and all that. And, he watched the original Beetlejuice with Michael Keaton, and he loved it. He had a signed poster with all the cast. It's gone now. I don't know where it is, but I think someone has it.
But you have a good memory of it.
Oh yeah, I have a good memory of it. And when I living with him back in 2020, and I found out they were doing a musical of Beetlejuice, and that's when I figured it out, and that's when I listened to the album for the first time, the Beetlejuice musical album, and I fell in love with that character, Beetlejuice, the musical one. And he was my dream role for years. And then when we finally got the chance to do this, I was like, I got to get on top of that now.
And it sounds like you did, and it sounds like
and
you
are.
are.
And I'm so grateful for Miss Celaya for giving me this chance to express my my love for this character and love for this musical. And yeah.
No, that's fantastic. And I mean, what a character.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and not an easy character, because you're not just, out there being crazy. Like I'm going to say it, Beetlejuice has layers.
Yes.
Like an onion.
And it's important that you're able to handle both that over the edge part, but then that you're trying to move the story along, right?
Yeah.
So, but I especially love to hear that the long connection that you have with it,
Yeah.
the story about the poster, and sometimes it's just those little things, right, that will remind you, right? And as the curtain opens and you go out there, I have to imagine you're going to have that little flashback of that poster and how that inspired you, and who knows, there might be someone in the audience that sees your performance and says, "This is what I want to do."
Yeah.
Another beautiful thing about theater.
Well, that's what happened to me actually. When I was in fifth grade, our schools went to go see the local high school production, and it was Fiddler on the Roof and Godspell were 5th and 6th grade year, and I just fell in love, and that was it. And so I started to do theater back then, and when I was just thinking about Beetlejuice and why we chose Beetlejuice, because last year I wasn't a fan. I've never seen the movie or anything, but I know Jesse had said, "What about Beetlejuice?" And I think Bella asked about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I said, "Okay, well,
Let's do this.
if they want to do it, okay." And then they auditioned. They had to audition like anybody else, but it was natural. It was just perfectly natural for both of them to be those characters. And I loved what you said about when I saw something in Jesse. I just wanted to touch on that because, in both of them, Bella had a rough time at the School of Arts and Enterprise where I happened to teach for a year or so, and but when she was brought here to our theater company, like I noticed her talent like right away. And I think they either had too many people who, to choose from, or that they didn't see, but I immediately saw her talent. And that was just in a very short time of her coming into the class. And the same with Jesse. Jesse wasn't even in the class. He came to just check out rehearsal because he was spookily told by
he didn't have a choice.
Yes. And Bella is great for recruiting. I just have to say she got an extra meal of pho this year because of her
So good.
because of her recruitment abilities. But Jesse just came, and I threw him up there on the stage because I just needed him to go stand there. And the kid just got up and he did it. And then I said, "Hey, read this. Okay, you're Harry the Horse." Because he just had to do like a line or two. And I'm like, "You're Harry the Horse. You want to be in this, right?" I mean, he just came to watch, but I'm like, "You're in this." So that was it. And Jesse's like, I guess that was it. And so when we had trouble about 2 weeks before the opening of Guys and Dolls, and we had to recast, it was just, there were other guys up there, but it was like, "Jesse."
You're the
And
one.
yes, I gave him the finger. Well,
That finger
the
was
crooking.
hilarious.
I crooked my finger.
Yes,
I did
yeah.
not give him
We
the finger. I
understand.
crooked my finger.
He is number one.
Yes,
but-
yes, exactly. And it was just, "I want you to read." And he was like, "Me?" I'm like, "Yes, you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. That's it. You're Nathan Detroit. End of story." There was like really no discussion. And that was it because, yes, there was something in his 2 lines of first him standing on the stage and 2 lines of Harry the Horse. And it was like, this kid's a natural. And what he does with Beetlejuice, he really understands that even though it's written to be funny, I don't want you to try and be funny. It just is. It just is. And that's part of how you do comedy anyway. It just is. And he understands that. And his portrayal is spot on. It's wonderful. Both of them are so, so good.
Well, I can tell you we have some amazing talent in the Inland Empire, having gone across to so many theaters and various different theater departments in the various schools. And it does my heart well as a performer as well to know that there is not only the talent pool, as it were, but just the passion towards it. So I want to know more about this production. And Andrea, I want you to give us a little bit more insight on all those things that go. I mean, obviously you need strong characters, you need strong direction, but we need beautiful costumes, we need tech, we need sets. Give us a little bit more about that and who else is involved, because we want to also shout out some more people in the program that as well.
Yeah, so I've personally taken on a few hats for this production. I'm mainly choreographer, so I've choreographed the whole show. Light design, I took on stage managing, and we have a student stage manager, Eric. What's his last name?
Godinez.
Eric Godinez, great kid. So yeah, he's really shout out to Eric. He's doing great as our student stage manager. And we actually have another VAPA specialist, Max Dvorak. He's our music director. So and it's actually his first time teaching music directing. He did a great job with the kids. He's really good with the kids, teaching and everything. So yeah, light design. I do want to talk a little about light design because not to toot my own horn, but
Yes.
Toot toot.
I'm gonna toot it because I'm just personally really proud of myself. I took a lighting class last semester, so I was able to learn a little bit about a light board and how to operate it. And I finally got in there like 2 months ago, and I was looking around. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know how to do this. And I basically like designed the whole show. I was like, oh my gosh, this
It's
is
empowering,
going to look
isn't it?
so amazing.
It's empowering.
Yeah, and especially just being able to, because for me, when I design something, I let the music kind of take inspiration over it. It's like, how is the music making me feel? How is the music transitioning from one section to another? And how can the lights show that? And what would the characters be feeling? And how can we show that in the lights as well? And also in the choreography, I took a lot of, and of course, asked Miss Celaya what she had in mind. And I think she just said, just make it fun. And I was like, okay. And I ran with that. And I just kind of also leaned into more kind of like the strangeness and kind of whimsy of it. And I also did a lot more than I previously thought I was going to do for a show like this. Because as it may have been mentioned, this is my 4th time choreographing a show. And the difference from the first musical we did to now, it's night and day.
Yeah.
Like, it's so insane. And so like I think I just took a lot of risks a little bit, both in my teaching ability and also the kids' skills levels, because they all have different skill levels. I try to choreograph to the kind of general level, but try to push them a little further so that they can come out of this having learned something.
Right.
And I think I just kind of went a little further out than I normally would have, but they're still rocking
Nothing wrong
it.
with that.
They're still rocking it. And it's just been so amazing to see all of that happen. And costumes, we actually have a fabulous costumer, Paula with the Enchanted Attic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. We got a lot of costumes there. They look amazing. So yeah, definitely consider if you're ever doing a theater production, consider reaching out to the Enchanted Attic. She's fabulous.
Yes.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And then what about some of the other cast members? Why don't, Bella, you tell us about that?
Okay, well, so do you want me to go over the whole cast? I can.
Let's just do a couple and we'll see what's
Okay,
going on.
okay,
we
so-
of course we want to give, credit to everyone, but we just want to hear about a little more.
Okay, I want to highlight our Adam and Barbara, which is our Adam is Michael Vasquez, and our Barbara is Jocelyn
Silva.
Silva, really?
Silvas.
Silvez. Okay, I thought so too. That's why I was like, it's okay. But Emily is Silva, right? Silva.
Silva.
See,
Silva.
that's why. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
there's the two.
Anyways, I want to highlight those two because they are just so on point all the time. Like Michael's rendition of Adam is like, it's like goofy, and it's like I feel like that's exactly what Adam is supposed to be, and he highlights him so well with his own personality. He puts his own spin on it, and then Jocelyn as Barbara, she makes her so. I feel like elegant and cute, like at the same time. Like she makes her a very like cute character as like a wannabe mom, because that's what Barbara wants to. I'm spoiling, sorry, but yeah, I feel like it makes she like both of them. They just have so much talent and they show it every single day, and like I felt like when I saw them for the first time, like this is my first year as president, but like when I saw them, I was like, oh my god, like they're so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, they're so natural. This is their both first time doing theater, I think, right?
And both freshmen.
Those are great.
Yeah, and they're both freshmen.
We love hearing about those people that are just starting out. Jesse, are there a few other cast members you'd like to call out?
Yeah. My two friends in here, in this class, Jose Zamora and Eric. Is it Godinez or is it Godinez? I've been saying
Godinez.
Godinez? I've been saying Godinez for like Godinez for like
Right.
a while. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should keep it up until he says something.
Yeah.
I think you should keep it
Yeah,
up
so shout out to
until
those
he
people.
says something.
Jose, he started like kind of like me, where he was just thrown into a musical last year, and with his girlfriend at the time. Oh, they're still together. I shouldn't say at the time. And
If there's any therapists out there, just come in and help to make sure that this is something that stays together.
yeah, no, they're still together. They're happily together. I want to point that out. But no, he
We just
joined
went
it.
into an episode of Loveline. There.
We love and miss Love whatever.
He joined it, and yeah, he does really good.
Well, it's great when you can get into anything, but especially in theater with people that you're familiar with and comfortable with, right? Because then they can provide that that element of keeping you loose, which is important, right? But also, making you feel like, okay, I've got people in my corner as I go out and do these things. So, and I'm sure everyone else is fantastic, and we love that. And thank you for shouting them out, and just everyone, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us about theater, and thank you for sharing about the program. Everyone out there, please follow the socials. And again, our dates are April 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Yes.
That's correct.
And it was at 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
And then tell me again how we can get tickets.
At gofan.com or go to the Don Lugo website and you can get it from there.
And through our
They're-
Instagram page.
I love that.
They're also sold at the door, I think.
And they're sold at the door.
Sold at the door.
So we're hoping it's going to be sold out. But if for whatever reason, we can we could figure that out. But just again, as we always say on this program, please come and support Beetlejuice Jr., but support any and all theater in your area at whatever level it is, whether it's a duck scooting across a second grade stage.
Sounds familiar.
Or whether it's a Broadway stage or a regional stage or a community theater stage or a high school stage. Go out and support. It means the world for those that put that time and effort that we get to talk to and find out about. It means the world to see people come out and give up their time and see this piece of art. And we always need this art, right? Whether it's something you're familiar with or something you like or dislike, there's something you can gain from seeing a person up on stage bear themselves in whatever manner it is, sing. You can learn a lot about someone watching them sing, and you can feel a lot about that power that they're bringing. So thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. It was fantastic getting to meet you all. This was a very fun discussion. And I'm going to even enjoy this more editing and deciding whether if I want to take something out or not. I might just leave it all in because it was just a lot of fun. So Don Lugo Theater Company, everyone, please follow them. Please support. Please come see their production of Beetlejuice Jr. But again, please support any and all theater in your area. It is so important. And please follow us. Please support, like, review, all of those things. It does help greatly. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thanks for listening to Steps to the Stage, a 7th Street Community Theater podcast. Follow us on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review and a 5-star rating. It really helps. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Special thanks to Chino Community Theater and Chino Community Children's Theater for their generous support. And very special thank you to the listeners. Steps to the Stage was created by Joey Rice and Kirk Lane. Logo created by Marley Lane. Original music by Joey Rice. Your host, Kirk Lane. Engineer and producer, Joey Rice. Engineer and executive producer, Kirk Lane.